Hello everybody.
Heyo.
We're here on the Grand Union Canal near Stockton and we're going to report on the draw
For the 2050 Division 1 National that's going to take place on here. It's a hypothetical draw, isn't it, Tom?
It's very hypothetical, but we're trying to decide basically
Who's going to draw
if anglers were on this canal and it was a proper match, who would draw where. And we think we've got a very good idea, given past form over the last few years, who is going to draw where. So we're going to start
with the Marina Mouth.
This side. Now you see just there, going into there is Stockton Top Marina, it's called, something like that. On the Marina Mouth we've got James Dent.
Yep.
Sat there, a resident bream shoal has been feeding there for the last 6 months and the lowest weight off it has been £58 and Denty is expected to double that. So now we're walking down the canal and we come to some narrows. Now as you can see, these aren't really the most pleasant of pegs. Very narrow. So here, next to where Denty would be drawn, would sit Rob Perkins.
Bob Perkins on the narrow.
On the narrow, rocky bit,
yeah,
where his years of bleak fishing experience on the River Trent would no doubt stand him in good stead to scratch out a weight of 45 grams and secure him anywhere above last in section. Coming slightly further down,
the canal widens by a metre.
So as you can see, you've got a very enticing rock on the far bank.
Nice carrier bag to line up with.
And this peg will be occupied by
John Dunnell.
John Dunnell of Barnsley DAS would sit here proudly. Another poor drawer like Rob Perkins.
But his lobworm skills will winkle him out a 12-ounce perch
and
to beat 4 in the section.
Bless him! And now, as you can see, the rocky narrows are coming to an end. And we are presented with a nice, rud-holding, luscious reed and sedge bed with bonus tree add-on facility.
And near bank cover.
Near bank cover.
Show them the tall trees on the near bank.
Bound to hold prime redfins.
And predators, perch.
So here on the reed bed, who's going to sit here, Matt?
None other than Pole Fishing Magazine's John Arthur.
Yes, he's exactly the kind of angler who would draw this exceptionally good peg. And what would he catch out of it, Matt?
Catch 14 kilo 590, comprising of 10 chub, 2 big perch on lobworms and some big hemp roach in the last hour.
And everybody else would have the pleasure of watching him. Moving down here, we come off the feature and find ourselves
on the blank tins.
The blank tin peg. Who's going to draw this, Matt?
Ooh, someone along the lines of Trentman's Lee Wright.
Lee Wright would be great on this peg.
Be a good peg angler on here.
He would winkle out 1 kilo 490 of squat roach.
Yes, small ones.
And secure himself midway in the section.
Yeah.
Thanks to his mediocre drawing skills. Now we're coming to a series of pegs, which I'm sure you'll agree look far more enticing than the aforementioned.
Wait. I think we should talk about the last peg here as well.
Oh yeah, we've got another peg. We'd squeeze one in, won't we? We'd squeeze one in above the lock. And look here, end peg on this pound. You've got quite a bit of water.
Quite a bit of room.
Who would sit here?
Who would sit here, Tom? Who could we put here?
So they've obviously drawn well, but they haven't drawn well enough to win the National, but they've drawn well from where they are.
Someone along the lines
who draws good section pegs consistently?
Someone along the lines of
good section peg drawer. It's hard, isn't it? Good section.
Yeah. Michael Buckwelder.
He don't want it. Get him on here. You'd sit there. Yeah. He'd have 4 kilo 490.
Yeah, 2 big skimmers.
Yeah.
And worms across. What else would he catch?
Roach, squat, an hemp. On the seed, he's good on hemp, isn't he? On the seed, the bread, the seed.
Get on the seed.
Right, and now, as you can see, things are hotting up. We come to a series of 10 pounds, all with their beautiful little individual pieces of water to fish. There'll be just one angler peg in each of these in the 2050 National.
This particular one has had an intrusion of carp.
Indeed.
And he's expected to win the Division 1 National with a weight of 127 kilos.
But there's a bust up on the bank because the same peg's been drawn by 2 anglers. An administration error has led to this. So there's going to be a scrap to the death for this peg, and that will be between England's finest drawers, on current form I must add, Who would win between James Dent and Lee Kerry? Who would
Yeah.
you say?
Kerry Lee every time.
So Kerry Lee, here you are.
This
and
is
you
your
are
peg for the
2050
2050 Division 1 National.
where you will be crowned champion. We have no doubts
Qualms.
whatsoever. But James, as a little consolation prize to you,
He's got the
You're
marina
gonna-
anyway, hasn't he? He's set up marina.
oh, he's up there, isn't he?
He's up there already, yeah.
Oh, I can't have him twice. We can't.
No, he's drawn 2 flyers.
Yeah. Oh, he's on.
Ah.
You could have had a kid by then,
He
though.
could have all, yeah.
I tell you what we aren't accounted for.
Go on.
The old Bristolian hay baler.
Oh, Mr. Ship or...
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Now, Des would be down here on the next pound down.
And despite his moans about it being a terrible peg,
And in 2050, despite his advancing age, I mean,
yes, he'd be Grandad Des then, wouldn't he?
Grandad's ship,
Grandad.
94 years of age, has drawn this peg.
We've helped him down with his gear, haven't we?
Yeah,
He's out of breath.
he's got down here and he's decided he's going to fish the corn,
All
the
right.
pellet.
Yeah.
And he's going to catch him second in the national with,
109 kilos, 460.
yes! And that is
He'd
the
catch
end.
something weird, wouldn't he?
Carrot on the
Carrot.
coin, carrot.
An Arapaima.
Yeah, I probably
Marine.
foul looked it, to be honest. I was just dragging my rig through.
Took the corn on the way in.
So that's us done. We're here at Stockton Locks. We're now going to sign off. Me and Matt, by the way, in this particular match, would have drawn. What would we have drawn, mate?
We've drawn in the lock that's been drained.
In the drained lock area.
Between
Okay.
Des and Lee.
But fortunately, we've managed to catch some eels in the mud
Mud eels.
and salvage ourselves.
Lungfish.
Lungfish, mud eels, and
And
what are them called?
mussels.
Lamprey.
Lamprey.
For a weight of
20 grams.
20 grams for Matt and 21 grams for me. So on that note, I will see you all later.
Bye.